Hi guys, this is Igor from Vinous Reverie Wine Merchant here in Walnut Creek. And my store specializes in small production, international, highly acclaimed wines. The stuff you read about like in New York Times, the San Francisco Chronicle, Wine Enthusiast, Wine Spectator. I specialize in everything, kind of everyday drinking wine, more premier wines, but everything, highly acclaimed. That's kind of the premise of the store. And we'll taste some of the wines kind of that fit into the kind of the concept of the store right now. So a lot of French wines here in the lineup. I have sparkling wine, white wine, rosé, a couple of reds. So let's start with the sparkling wine. Okay, so this one, it comes from Bernard Fouquet from Vouvray. So this is a sparkling Vouvray. Vouvray is a region in Loire Valley, kind of in the center of Loire, and it's the birthplace of the Chenin Blanc grape. And the Chenin Blanc is the kind of the great protein grape of the wine world. You can make sparkling wines with it. You can make dry wines with it. You can make sweet wines with it. Just a very versatile and flexible wine. It's very, it kind of has medium body, Chardonnay kind of type, but it's great acidity like a Riesling. And typical notes you have for Chenin Blanc would be like grainy apple. There's some honey notes on it. So let's see what how the sparkling one tastes. And it should taste kind of in the same kind of taste spectrum. Nice bubbles. I guess a little Granny Smith on the nose. What great acidity on this wine. Oh man, it's just lingering. Kind of get a little bit of citrus, maybe lime fruit on this. Oh man, this would be great as an aperitif on a hot day. This would be a great wine just to have by itself. Or it'd be great, I think, with lighter, maybe like salads or some seafood dishes. Oh, this is very nice. All right. Very nice wine. As I was mentioning earlier, this got 17 points from Jancis Robinson. It's a British wine professional wine critic, wine author. I think she's the most knowledgeable person when it comes to wine. So a high review from her, I take notice on that. And 17, it's a 20-point scale, so 17 out of 20, it's equivalent to like 92 points on a 100-point scale. Just to let you guys know. So it's an excellent wine. All right, guys, let's drink to the white wine. All right, now we're going. This is from Domaine Gardys, white blend from the Languedoc region. So Languedoc is in southeast of France. Then it's a hotter part of France. So typically they produce fuller bodied white wines. Definitely Chardonnay type of wines. From the Rhone varieties. In this case, this is predominantly Grenache Blanc with a little bit of hardly ever seen Grenache Gris, which is Grenache with the gray skins on it. So let's take it. It's a very nice producer as well. All right. Nice, bright color. A little muted on the nose, the kind of mineral notes. I look for great acidity in wines, and it's easy to find in like lighter bodied wines, like Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling, but sometimes in fuller bodied wines, you don't get that. In Grenache Blanc, sometimes if you don't have enough acidity, it kind of becomes like flabby and really unappetizing to my taste. But this wine, I don't know if it's the blend or the way it's made. I think it's probably the way it's made, when the grapes were picked, etc. It has fantastic acidity. Little fuller body, not maybe like unoaked Chardonnay. That's a good comparison here. And I would go with salads and seafood dishes. Definitely some fish. This one goes right along. Really nice wine. And it got 16.5 points from Jancis Robinson as well, like a 90 points, so an excellent score here also. All right. Now we still stay in Southeast France, but now we go to Provence, the most famous area for rosé wine. This is from Domaine Huchard. And as opposed to a lot of these producers we're tasting, or of the five we're tasting, this is actually a bigger producer, more famous for their Châteauneuf-du-Pape holdings, which is probably the most famous village in southeast France. They produce excellent full-bodied wines based on a Grenache Syrah combination. So this wine has Grenache Syrah as well. Beautiful pink color here. Yeah. Classic strawberry fruit. Little hints, I don't want to say tannins, but it's like a little friction on the palate, like a very pleasant friction. Nice, definitely a great wine for a hot summer day. Great as aperitif, great seafood dishes. So I think the first three wines will fall into that great combination of food wine pairing. And this wine got 90 points from Robert Parker, which is a great score for wine as well. So a little background: all these wines could be found on my website at vinusreverie.com. There's more information on these wines. There's the actual reviews, so you can actually see what the professional reviewers say about these wines, and hopefully it'll intrigue you guys to be more curious about them. All right. Now we go to this is a really small domain. So we go from like a little bigger domain to a smaller domain. This is Domaine Wassler, Pinot Noir from Alsace. So Alsace is known for its beautiful aromatic wines like Riesling, Gewürztraminer. But the region is allowed to make one grape variety that's red, and that's Pinot Noir. Everything else in the region, according to the rules of the appellation, has to be white. So this is, they make nice, lighter style Pinot Noirs. That would be kind of like a Burgundy, which is typically a little bit fuller. These are lighter, typically fruitier wines. Yeah, get nice fruity palate with it. Definitely a lot of red fruits. I'm thinking cranberries, tart cherries. Nice food, minimal tannins, very pleasant wine. So yeah, if you want something nice, soft, pleasant, this is a great wine right here. Yeah, you go well with some maybe chicken dishes. You can kind of upgrade from fish now. You'll go great with fish too. Lighter bodied red, very, I think, versatile. Light bodied red wines, they're very versatile with a lot of foods. Okay, very nice. All right, guys, so the last one is from Domaine Gonnet. This is in Lirac. So we're going back to southeast France, where we have the Languedoc, we have Provence, and we have the Southern Rhone. So Lirac is one of the satellite communes around Châteauneuf-du-Pape. That's the most famous commune, as I mentioned to you guys before. Same combinations here. It specializes in Grenache-based blends. So this is 80% Grenache, 20% Syrah. And Syrah typically provides the backbone to the wine when Grenache provides kind of the fruit to the wine. So that's a good combination. You can see that it's much deeper in color than the Pinot Noir. More dark fruit like plums on the nose. Yeah, on the palate, the same thing. More dark fruits, and I get this, garrigue. And you might be asking yourself, what's garrigue? It's got that forest floor type of a character, and a lot. That's a tasting note that you see a lot of Southern Rhone blends. Garrigue. So if you read professional critics, they'll mention that all the time, and it comes off on this wine. So fuller bodied, kind of got a nice extended finish. Now we're talking about, like lamb, maybe barbecue, stuff like that. This wine would go excellent with that. This wine got 91 points from a Wine Spectator, so another excellent score. Yeah, it's a great wine. So if you like bigger style wines, I think Grenache blends, I would assimilate. If you like Zinfandels, you might like Grenache blends, because Zinfandel and Grenache, they're kind of similar grapes. They're both fruity. They kind of ripen very easily, so the alcohol levels sometimes get pretty high. And you need kind of old vines for them to be complex. Otherwise, you need a blending partner. In this case, it's Syrah. So yeah, guys, all these wines, I mean, I like them as well. If you want to read more about them, please check out vinous-reverie.com. And if you have any comments about these wines, if you tasted them before, if you have any questions for me, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.